What's up, everybody? Sports Med Solutions Knowledge Drops coming at you. Today, what I want to talk to you about is inspired by a question that I literally had earlier today. I was working with an athlete that's training up for their first strongman competition, and they were like, "Well, how often do I need to see you? How often should I be doing something for recovery?" And that's kind of a complicated answer, right? And the more I thought about it after I gave the initial answer, the more I was like, "Wait a minute, this deserves a little bit deeper dive." So what I want you to think about is how often should you recover? The right answer is every day. So throughout your training, right, you should have off days, you should have deload weeks, and those are the proper times to recover. Focusing on your nutrition, your sleep, and then your fueling and the timing with that fueling is all part of your recovery. So recovery never really stops. We want to make sure that we're attacking that every day. That way you perform your best when push comes to shove or when stone comes to lift, right? However, sometimes you need a little bit more than just just what you can do to yourself. You need needling, or you need cupping, or you need like direction on how to recover. So, well, my back is bothering you, my knee is bothering me. I've tried this, I've tried that, it's not getting better. So now I'm escalating that question to come and talk to me, talk to Sports Med Solutions, right? So now the answer is not just every day, but maybe once or twice a week we get together and we'll have like a cleanup session after our initial eval to like figure out what's driving the problem. That cleanup session for me is typically like a 30-minute get together where we dry needle or we cup and we attack specifically whatever the issue is, right? The idea is I'm going to give you, for those days in between our visits, what is called an HEP, or home exercise program. That HEP is going to allow you to help manage your symptoms and manage your strength, stability, all of that kind of stuff on your own. Because the less you have to depend on me means that you're going to recover and you're going to perform even better. I want to be there to help clean up and, get you moving in the right direction or keep you moving in the right direction, right? But if you're only doing what I can do to you, then we're going to miss out on all of that time in between sessions. So it is great to come in, get an initial eval. We'll go into a deep dive, see not just what's bothering you in that specific area. So say it's a shoulder. We won't just look at the shoulder, but we're going to evaluate the spine. We're going to take a look at the neck, look at the core, see if there's anything else that's driving that issue. Then we'll do our HEP. We'll go through the exercises, make sure that you understand them, and most of the time people will start to feel benefit. To me, that's how I know that our HEP is going to be, doing the right thing. After that, I'm going to hit you with some soft tissue work, whether it's kneeling, cupping, scraping, stretching, massage, anything within that realm, because I can do that to you. You need that extra like push in the right direction. Then in between visits, you're going to go over, do the rehab, do the activation, the mobility, whatever we decide on. And that a lot of times leaves people kind of overwhelmed. Because if I'm asking you to do something that adds 10, 15 minutes potentially to every workout, or especially if I'm asking you to do it multiple times a day, that can seem a little daunting. So my strategy to overcome that is, say for this shoulder injury, right? Today is upper body one, so it's going to be mainly focused here. I don't want you to do all of the rehab and fatigue before you get into your main lifts. I want you to do just enough to help activate and make sure everything's moving correctly. And then later on in the day, or built into daily activities, you're going to hit the rest of your rehab. So say you've got an office job where you have to read, you're working on the computer, stuff like that. I'm going to try to give you strategies to help improve the shoulder while you're at work. So maybe if I'm reading a report or I'm reviewing something, I can stand up and get against the wall and hit a good shoulder stretch, right? I can grab the door frame and do a good cross-body stretch. So all of a sudden, now these 10, 15-minute increments, now we're building them in throughout the day. So we don't have to set aside a chunk of time. If your program is more of like a total body workout, where we're going to hit an upper, a lower, a pull, a push, a carry all in one day, my goal for that same shoulder injury is for you to do, say we have squats first. We're going to do like maybe one exercise to activate that shoulder, but we're going to do it in between sets of squats. So I'm going to hit my set of 5, 6, 8, however many the squats is. During that 2 to 3 minute break time, I'm going to go over, I'm going to do my external rotation to get it firing. Next set of squats, external rotation. Set of squats, external rotation. So that way when I go To overhead press, my upper body movement, I'm activated, but I'm not fatigued. We'll say after that, I go into maybe reverse hypers or some core. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to hit a volume set of the remainder of my exercise. So maybe I've got reverse hypers and um, I don't know, sit ups. We'll just pick a random thing, right? A random combination. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do boom, boom. Then I'm going to do one set of external rotation presses, one set of these, somewhere between 10 and 15 reps, hit my two main exercises, hit my two shoulders. That way I'm using my time more efficiently. I'm getting that bulk of rehab that I'm asking you to do in, but I'm not just extending my time, right? So those are some tips and tricks, A, for working rehab in, but also kind of guidelines for how often I'd like to get together with you if we're treating you on more of a recovery, train up um, situation, right? So if you guys have more questions, if you guys are having aches, pains, things that you just can't seem to get over, please don't hesitate to reach out. Top of the profile, there is a link to my website. A, check out the website, but B, you can also see all my availability and my services there. If you have any questions, hit me up directly. Have a great one.